Hey everybody, welcome back to more war game, to more wheel. Last time we had Sweden Armored 85, which honestly was just one or two units away from actually being like a solid deck. And it gave me an idea that once we're through all the decks again, right, for the second time with the wheel, of like a similar follow-up, right, that is like more easily to keep going. Of course, if you have any ideas for a series or how to spice something up, as always, right, feel free to leave them in the comments. The worst I can do is ignore them, which I do if I think it's a bad idea, usually. No offense. I've had plenty of ideas myself, and then I'm totally realized, oh yeah, that's actually horrible. Either way, my idea is basically, again, once we all through the rest of the nations decks, I'm just gonna roll again for nation slash coalition, and I'll just look at which decks I have, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Here's an idea for an interesting deck. Like, I don't know, like I've done before. Let's say I roll Landshut. I have. Do I still have it? I have or had a. No, I don't. A Landshut deck based on Leopard 1, where pretty much as much as it makes sense, every vehicle is on a Leopard 1 chassis. So the entire tank type was Leopard 1, Recon Leopard 1. The Gepard is on a Leopard 1 chassis, right? So on my AA is just Gepards and the automatic, which is also on a Leopard 1 chassis, right? Stuff like that. Or if I see, oh, there's like a tank line that is available in 85 of the deck, maybe I'll play the tank version of that in with 1985s to focus on the tank, etc., etc. Oh, look at that, my fan is online. Is it Boulanger? Yeah, that's Boulanger. Either way, I think you get the idea. But enough of that. Let's see what we got. Red Dragons. I don't remember what we had last time. Let's see. We had support. Wow, really? I don't know what this is. Let's delete this. Support. I don't really have a recollection, but this honestly looks pretty decent. Obviously, this is Cat A, but you get PTCs, you can still get Liren. Obviously, I've always said this. Red Dragon's anti-air is actually so good, especially for 1 versus 1. So one of my favorite anti-air taps, even support taps with the BM24 and the 5VG mortar. It's very efficient against single targets. Excuse me. You can get early on especially overwhelmed if you have to fend off against like 3 helicopters or something with the HQ7 as your only AA piece on one flank or something like that, right? But especially against like single targets, AA type is incredibly good. HQ7 is of course just ridiculous. The Crotal in general. HQ61A is one of my favorite anti-plane units. I love it. PGC 80 is very versatile. Just love this. Either way, let's see what spec we roll. As always, if we roll support again, in this case, because we had support last time, we just gotta reroll. I'm pretty sure every spec should be available, at least for Cat A and probably Cat B. Ooh. Ooh. Armored Australia tanks enjoyers. You might have a field day. Assuming we have them available in our category. I don't know if like they're all prototypes, but I don't know if they're all Cat A. Alright. Red Dragon's Armored is. I also want to apologize for the previous thumbnail that I used. By apologize, I mean like I'm not gonna apologize because people clicks on it, man. Holy. I was just actually looking for like the get stick bugged meme. There's a Stritzwagen version of that as well. Just get Stritzwagen or something. But obviously, as a gift, it doesn't work as a thumbnail. But I still searched for like Stritzwagen 103 meme just for inspiration, and I found that picture, and I was like, I've gotta use that. I forgot to put in Cat. No, I did put in Cat B. I thought I didn't put in Cat B because I had 6 activation points. But that's what you have when you choose a coalition plus Cat B. I was expecting 65, but that's only when you have a nation with Cat B. My apologies, I wasn't familiar with your game. Okay. I actually these days prefer this tank over the CCC. For one, off-road speed is the same. So one of the more important stats on like tanks, when you compare tank CVs, it's the same. KBVT versus T54. T54 is usually I'd say better, but in this case maybe the KBVT is better because if there's like a autocannon vehicle or something sneaking by, which with 6 and 4 armor respectively can get threatening up close, the main gun may not be able to like one-shot it, but get it down to 1 or 2 HP, and then close enough to KPVT could finish it off, right? But that's pretty minor and not really a huge deal. But it's a side armor. 3 lose 1 front armor, but against artillery, 6 versus 7 is not nearly as big of a deal as 3 versus 4. Top armor is of course huge against cluster. And artillery, HE artillery, should it directly hit top armor. But in my eyes, it's more likely to get hit with side armor, right? Which is essentially 50% of the area, right? Left and right. But at the same time, it's not really a huge deal which one you choose if you want to go for a tank series. So it's incredibly minor, okay? So don't let me make you think that this is like a huge deal or anything. But since we're playing armored, I'm just gonna use both because I'm not a huge fan of Jeep CVs. We get 4 of each, which is great, and 5 of this versus 4 of these essentially, right? And then 50 points more for a more expensive variant. Let's just go for something like that. Why not? Gonna put in a MI6 for now. I'm not sure we'll need it, but maybe there's like some flexibility. Let's just say flexibility. Okay, Hwasong Chong, the Iglabas, is prototyped. We get the good 5-pointer, which is great. We do not get the ZSD 90. We do get Tankashasho 85, which is good. I think a card of that is good. Card of decent and 5-pointer for spam is good. Our manpads are poo-poo. This one isn't too horrible with 50% accuracy. It's really not too horrible. It's not great, but it's far from useless. I'm gonna put in the card of Flamers. I'm a fan of this, I'll be honest. Although it does have the 16 AP Malyutka, admittedly. You know what? Let's just give it a shot. Let's just give it a shot. Yeah, this has the 14 AP. Wait, this is a bit different than the Malyutka. I think the basic Malyutka is 13 AP. Do we have a basic Malyutka somewhere? Could have sworn that the basic Malyutka has 13 AP and the Susongpo is not an exact copy. Now, whether there's a reason for that or whether Yujin just did a mistake and it got never fixed, I wouldn't know. Could also try some VTT action and then out of Flamers. I think that's fine. ATGMs, again, we don't get. Wow, really cat A only, huh? That's a shame. Okay. Gonna done with these because veterancy I don't think matters too much, and especially with these you can, at least I can, quickly run out of them. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Armored and Mech AA in your dragons is really bad. The only good DPS AA you get is in Cat A, which is the 1992 spec and the PGC 95. And that's about it. I mean, sure, this people every now and then this comes up, right? This is decent. For the price, it's solid, right? 35 points in full spec range, essentially, if we ignore the automatics unique stats. Crazy good. Against certain decks, not a lot, but certain decks, or against certain units like the Raven, can be a decent seed tank, or seed meat shield, if you will, because with 7 armor, you need 2 hits with 20 AP missiles to kill this thing at full HP. And 20 AP is the AP on the most used seed missile, or most high-end seed missile used by Blue Form, right? The AGM-88 Harm, I think it is. Used by the Raven, used by the ECR, used by the other ECR, the one used by Italy, used by the Block 52D. There's still plenty of other seedplanes that don't use it, right? The Kerners and the Prowler use 28 AP, for example. I think the Sea Harrier also has 20 or more than 20 AP. Either way, It's not horrible, but it's just horrendous DPS. By the way, no, they both have 6. The Finnish one, I think, has 5 armor. Artillery, we do not get the 10-second aim time Tokchon. So I think we're gonna just use the Coxswain. Could use this, which is, I think, literally in Acacia. Acacia, I don't know which one it is. Yeah, nothing is looking really great in here. And we don't even get Strela tanks. How sad is that, man? How sad is that? CDC 80 might be the pretty much the best tank we get. Do we get no full range? We don't get a full range tank. Okay. This could be a decent spam tank, right? 15 AP at 30 points. Sure. This is medium optics. Maybe I can make use of that. It's a shame. It's a shame. We don't even need much, right? I don't need like the entire CDC 85 line or something like that, but just 1 or 2 units or 1 or 2 units out of like everything we're missing was all I'd want, but not even that we get. That's a shame. That's quite a shame. Get the PTC 59, but we're not mech, so we don't get the veterancy on this. Can be good fire support. Get the Hind. We get a hardtail though. That's cool. That's actually pretty good, admittedly. Right, we get this MiG, B-5, J7. I'm pretty sure we do not get Seed or any of the JH7s. Go for a second ASF. We have no anti-tank yet, but we lose the JH7 and the Q5D. The generally two dedicated anti-tank killers are gone. Age-old question of Q5 versus A5. Accuracy is nice on the A5, on the cluster bombs, but the ECM is also nice on the Q5. Availability is the same. I'm not really too concerned about the guns and the missiles, I'll be honest. Although missiles are the same, the guns are the same, so not like that matters. I think I'm gonna go with the ECM. I want 5 activation points, so I'll get rid of. Let's see, want to see enough in here. I don't need you. I don't need more than you. I don't need the MI6, I'll be honest. Probably just a J7C for. I think we already have 2 cuts of bombers. Maybe a MiG-23ML for additional anti-plane coverage. We don't get the J8 either for a decent ASF. That is a shame. Okay, well. There's some surprises here, the MiG-29, for example. And the Gazelle Hot. Is there like anything that I overlooked in here, right? There's no other missile tank in here. The CTS-59 or whatever it's called, also a prototype, or also Cat A. I think it is also a prototype and Cat A. At least one of those. Or at least Cat A it is, but I think it's not in unspec. How does this compare? Like the C62D is mainly there to like just not get killed, like be a wall for autocannons or something like that. I mean, the CTC 80 is a solid tank, but as always, can be tough if it's best thing you have. I have literally 1 activation point left that I can only use in here. Yep. Sure, let's use this for medium optics. Like, maybe there's a reason to call this out. Is there anything in here that I want? I don't think so. Well, this is gonna be our deck. It's a shame. It really is a shame. I was hoping that we'd get like one of the 65 point tanks, or at least meme around with Strata tanks. Eugen said no, so this is what we got. I'll see you in a second once we find a ranked game. Alright, we got Pure Love. This is a shame, this map. We have like no open coverage units, right? If I had like, again, the CTSs with the Bastion missiles, 17 AP, 26, 25 meter range, good speed, right? I'd maybe consider actually like doing a push in here, right? From bush to bush. Could have been fun, but really awkward with this deck. That said, maybe I'm gonna send like 100 points there. Maybe take control over this bush or something. I think this could be, in the long run, allow some opportunities. Either way, I think we're still gonna focus. The thing is, I don't think I can afford to focus on here, right? Because getting pushed out of here is actually pretty easy. If I just give up this, then very easy for my opponent to reroute, just reinforce this, and from this position onwards, just push me out of there. Whereas if I can contest this, it's gonna be much more difficult for my opponent to afford to spend the points to push me out of there, right? Which is why I don't want to really spend much there, but at the same time, I want to be annoying. It's probably a bit more than 100 points, but when I get CDCs, you want mortars because you might even 2 potentially, because we will have to smoke off tanks potentially. 2 recon squads actually. See if we can get into the town with some flamers, get some meat shields in front. Could also actually maybe I should. I don't think the PDCs are a good call here. On the one hand, they have much stronger guns and even for 10 points less. But with only 50k mage and the 7 armor they have, they're not only sitting ducks. Once I have to retreat, they're easily to kill, and I can't run out, like outspeed enemy tanks. Sure, I can smoke them off, but I don't think that is the right call in here, at least not in the opener. I'd much rather have these just to like deal with any like cheap units, while I hopefully just smoke off the heavy tanks and essentially kill everything else. That's gonna be my plan. Try to get a 3-stack even in the town. You have 20 points, here's 20 points. Alright. I mean, the actual right call probably would be to just get like a B-5 or something in the opener, I think. But I don't want to do that. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Place like one guy here just in case. Alright, all the 1 stacks also just drive there. You're gonna try to unload there. And the flamers are gonna unload there. Okay, that's Sweden? It's just pure Sweden? It might be pure Sweden. It's pretty funny. Those STRV 103s could really break me up, man. Oh, they're gonna be Nordansäger in there. I have a bad feeling about those. Those are ridiculous rifles. Is there a... that's just honestly just unload everything. Okay, the flamers got in, that's all that matters. That is actually all that matters on the left there. I wanted to kill those flamers there, that was very important. It's just... no, this is just unspec. Pretty sure. Are you not in the town? Or in the bush? You're not. It's a nest here. I've got to be careful that we don't get too close to this. because that can absolutely mess up your light tank. But we got fortunate that our opponent apparently just didn't start with any tanks. Maybe they're memeing around themselves, in which case, freaking based. I hate that word, but based. Oh, that's... Oh! Oh, yep, I'm telling you, man. Oh, those STRFs, man. That's a beacon. Well, we don't have to worry too much about... Oh, oh no, that is cheeky. Unless it just... Let's ignore this. Trying to run. I was wanted to fight position in case he wasn't running. Like when he wasn't running anymore. LVKVs, they're definitely annoying. But the biggest threat are the 103Ds. I can barely penetrate them at max range. And my max range is much... Oh, hello. My max range is much, like, a good chunk lower than his max range, right? He has a step, range step advantage. I have to find these friggers still. What do we do against this? Did he land? He landed. I had that 103D, man. Pretty tough to ambush as well, right? When you have no cover to ambush from. Where did that fricker land? There it is. But they might have been, they're probably empty already, huh? That's annoying. I definitely want to counter battery the beacon. That's pretty annoying. Oh, come on, how do you still spot me, man? What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. I just fired. Oh, I forgot about you. Fuck. If you have 2 top armor, I don't think I'm gonna do too much to the LVKVs there. Actually, now that they're panicked. Oh, those SCRs are gonna be a pain though. I turned on too late on my LVK, on my Liren. Ah, shit. Oh, I stunned it! PGC-88, let's go! To be fair, what also happens to J7 hit it. Oh, I can't even spot you because I have horrible optics. God dang it. Dude, those SCRVs, man. They're just monsters against my deck, dude. Just monsters. I really just got a plane spam, apparently. Somehow you lived. Oh my god, no. Well, not anymore. Well, that's just the Amos firing. Oh, you got counter. Oh my god. And then having to deal with the freaking beacons. I mean, if you can build up a plane force, then yeah, sure, it can work, but like, my tanks are essentially useless because everywhere I go, there's just a single 103D and it's just gonna mow down 3 CDC-80s in a time that I'd need 5 of them to kill 1, right? Unless I can ambush them. Which is a huge if. But maybe I can get some shots onto these Kusti. I gotta. Hawk. And there's still probably something sneaking past here. It's not a good situation, man. I don't like this. Okay, this is good. Okay, good kill. SCRV retreating. Okay, let's give that a shot. Literally, I suppose. Gotta get you out of there. And you're dead. Yep. Yerp. Yerp. I don't want to like wait until I have a third one with the Coxon. I would have liked to do that, but I just can't afford to, I think. Yeah, and you're spotted. That's great. Man, the fire support is so hard to deal with. No ATGMs is such a big issue as well. I guess I could have gone for Susong Post, but the problem is they're also really slow. Yes, I do outrange them, but look at them, they're M-class, right? They're really slow. These HT-73s. And the Susong Post only have 13 AP, so I deal 1 damage to the 103Ds. This, you know, the match wouldn't even have been that horrible if I had gotten a better map for me. But, yeah. That fire support, like, I'm basically a sitting duck when I'm in the town, right? I have no ATGMs to work with. I can only park my tanks in like these bushes here, and there's no way to really ambush tanks from the sides or anything. So I'm unsure what's the right call here, to be honest, because it's the same situation everywhere else on the map, right? Yeah, no, I'm not getting a kill here either. It's ASFs. Try like a tank rush down here, but again, the problem is I'm not gonna get far, and then a few 103s are just gonna kill me. Oh, they double tapped my hind. That's unfortunate. Was it damaged before by something? But they got a crit. It's not too unlikely to get a crit, right? They're elite. I mean, this feels worse than the Landshut. What was it? Landshut armored? Landshut unspec 80 something against support even against freaking Soviets. Alright, the Hawks are probably still back there. Don't forget those Hawks are not the greatest. They have only 40% base accuracy, and they don't have the range of iHawks, right? They're like only 850 meters. And one of the Wiggins was ready. Well, they didn't kill a single vehicle there. But it took a bit of damage, but not much. Let's get some. My only chance is like try to crawl through there in that way, but I would prefer the other side for that. The town has much more. I guess at least it's only 2275 meters on the RPS 56 ATGMs. But like this town has a much better view on my reinforcement to get through the forest than I do from the other side. Did someone just fire? Oh no, my coxswain. Ah, shit. I survive. Can I stun you? Okay, now reverse. I wanted to wait until I stun them before I reverse. Because that might give me enough time to break line of sight here. Oh, but the SCRF is coming. Ah, no chance. Let's get some of you. You can... Should be able to 100 SCRFs, right? They don't have more than 6 armor. Only the Marder 2 has more than 6 armor. Yeah. You don't have the best base accuracy, but with enough of them, just gotta be careful with bunching them up, right? Because beacon or something is gonna... This is really the main issue. As annoying as a beacon and such are, the 103, how am I supposed to deal with this? Let's have you hover low and just immediately have you ready as a surprise, right? Drive it there. He's not gonna expect me to drive there with an AA piece, right? Oh, well, at least we see you coming in. Probably a bit too early. You're going pretty far forward, huh? Still haven't stopped yet. Basically, at barely any HP. Probably scraped the beacon a bit. How far forward are you going with that CV? Okay, you know what? Might as well move you before I get counter batteried. Are you going like full forward or something? You know, let's split you up. One of you in there and the other one in there. You have 5 HP. I have 9 HE. Surely we're gonna kill that. Split you up. You have a target on your back now from the beacon, that's for sure. Get like some tank here at least. At least I don't have to worry too much about the helicopters. I think all they get is a basic tow helicopter. I don't think they even get ITOs on their helo. I didn't kill the CV though. He's moving it forward. It really was so far at the edge. Interesting. Got a bit unlucky with my dispersion. What's the angle here? Probably there, huh? Wait, who's taking damage? Oh, probably you because of the fire. Yeah, okay. And then another series sitting there, okay. Oh, hold on. You're moving again. Are you going for here? This is a bush? This is not a bush. Where are you going? Here? This is quite a funny cat and mouse game, not gonna lie. No, you're straight up going back, huh? Okay then. But these Leruns are MVPs when it comes to that CV at least. Okay, you should be pretty good at like really close ranges, but not at like 1000 meters or something. But if you get to like 500, you're gonna be really good against vehicles. But that's an if, right? A big if. I'm just thinking what I want to invest in. ASFs wouldn't be bad because I still have plenty of. And what do I need now, right? ASFs I can immediately call, right? What do I need in like 2 minutes? The front line, for example. It's just. No, I didn't. Another recon squad. Bit more of this. I don't think I killed it yet. I still haven't killed it, wow. I don't think I did. That's quite unfortunate, I'll be honest. But the land should give you some fuel. Just further back then. Oh, I didn't mean to move you forward. 3 shots should be enough per thing. Get a tank CV. A tank CV. So be certain to go on a battery and not go for the obvious 4 position because I have the most obvious of 4 positions. You're also forward, it's also not intended, but it's not too bad actually. You're spotted, which is annoying. Bit unfortunate how... Are you so async? Oh my god, the reinforcements. That's why you shouldn't put the fob there and apart from artillery, because your reinforcements could just be the unlucky guys when it comes to counter battery. It dealt more damage, I'm pretty sure. Oh, hello. Probably spotted my fob though. Shame. Probably still get a hind just to be safe because they're faster than my Shanxi, right? Is this actually clear? Wow. But I think I might have actually killed them. I'm gonna wait just a tad. Can't believe this is still alive. It still has to be in there. Because otherwise my Lirain would have spotted it, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that. I'm just gonna bank on that. I think I have to. But he's trying to resupply them. I guess it's more than trying at this point. Again, I don't really need AA there, to be honest. Okay, I was out in the open, and this thing was not shooting at me. You're spotted. That's okay. Just place you out there. Gonna beacon it, but I'm gonna just move it a bit further back. I think we'll be fine. Still know the CV is somewhere there. Right on target. That's great. That's great. That's great. Get more supplies. Maybe the helicopter wouldn't have been bad in hindsight. You are still alive, man. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. That is disgusting. Honestly, get a hind, the defensive hind, in case there's something sneaking through. It's probably my best unit to deal with special forces trying to get through. They don't have great bombers either, right? The best ASFs the planes have really are ASFs. They have an anti-gem plane, they have a cluster plane, admittedly. But other than that, Sweden doesn't have the best air force. Which is good, because our AA sucks. In that regard, we had a good matchup, it has to be said. Like, neither helicopters nor anti-ground planes are like... They're one of the worst nations, and honestly, when it comes to that. Which is quite a boon for our horrible, horrible AA. Oh, that's not good. I think I finally got it. Okay. Let's see here. We have planes to deal with that. But again, I want to get another ASF before I send that. The run here is still MVP. Also spotted this incoming. That's just Panzerritter. Hit that evac. The runner spotted, that's bad. Snipe this if you can. Oh, just barely survived. I forgot it. Okay. That's great. You turned... horrible plane micro on my end. This thing is still alive, because I misclicked with something on one of my cluster planes. Oh, you're spotted. No smoke incoming? No smoke. I can just right click. That's it. That's a dead CV. Ah, oh, you have Wiggins ready again? Oh, that's a classic Wiggin. I'm probably dead. I don't have the best off-road speed here. Looking too long to realize it. Oh, never mind. Okay, but we need ASF. We still have... Oh, don't have... We still only get 2 right with Red Dragon. It's not North Korea. Dimitri? Oh, because yeah. Beacon firing, maybe? Where are you firing from? Oh, is if he's still shift queuing to evade counter battery, good on you. I usually start doing that and then eventually forget and get too lazy. It's a good spot. Go for. Because you survive, that's good. This is a very brittle, very how should I put it, unstable lead that I'm trying to get here. Even 10 minutes is just one. It's honestly not even enough. I just realized. Is that the ASF? It's the ASF, right? It is. I don't use Wiggins enough, the different ones. I don't know which one's the ASF and which one's the cluster one. I have only this thing. Okay. I want to sneak this, snipe this. Oh, that's bad, actually. Oh, good. Okay, good. Oh, no, there's stuff in there that's bad. Yeah, the Lee Renner spotted. They're so important here. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Can just kill one vegan is probably good enough. Okay, fair. He gets definitely 3 of them, I think, with Sweden. We know where the CV is. If we can snipe the Hawks there, maybe we can get some shenanigans done. But I can't even try to go for like a bomb rush into center because 2 or 3 will just bully me. My water's empty. Get this hot over. Still have some MiG-23s. The Hawks are running. I think I got one. And also you just keep firing there. But again, that's even if we end up killing all this stuff, we have 10 minutes, right, to get a +1 would maybe like a +1 literally right now. Probably enough to get a draw, but not a win. Definitely not a win. Yeah, and there's flank protection, right? We still have lots of planes. Okay, you know what? Oh, and he has a Gripen, of course. Why would you not have a Gripen, right? What else are you gonna fill your Swedish plane slots with? And he gets 3 of those too. Ooh, no, man. Try to go for the Gripen. J7s go for the Viggen. And in the meantime, I should have gotten another MiG-23. I wonder if it's still there. Yeah, and he has the proper AA there as well and all that stuff, right? Q5s? Q5s? Aw, like 30% base accuracy in there. Coming at like low veterancy, right? At least I'm good at evading that. But yeah, I just genuinely don't know what to do. Oh, the PGZ? The PGZ? Oh, okay, let's try to get the... Okay, no. I wanna get the rear gun B-5 kill. I want to get the rear gun B5 kill. You're out of missiles. Give me the rear gun B5 kill. That would be so funny. I don't know how I have to line this up. It's because the gun is on the rear. Like I said, rear gun, right? Come on, man. Oh, come on. No! We were so close to greatness. We were so close to greatness. Oh, man. Yeah, this was. I mean, Kitty. I mean, that's not even that surprising in all honesty, but. Sorry for being a downer, but like. I don't know, man. I don't know. These 103s. Uh. Yeah, the 103D is really were the main issue. I mean, SDRF 9040s and LVKBs, right, also would have like just killed trash bushes, right? But the 103D really is the crux here. That thing. But at the end of the day, right, any like somewhat decent deck probably would have just bullied me here, right? It's just a horrible map we got. Just the worst. You just straight up the worst map. There's just very little I could work with here. Even plane spam is relatively hard to like keep pulling off because the spawns are relatively close. That you just reacting with your ASFs is just good enough, right? You don't even have to like circle them. Oh well, I still hope you enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.